Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be doing another period related video where Steven actually gives you guys advice. I don't know if anyone has done this yet before, but I just thought it would be funny to hear period advice from a guy's point of view on what he thinks girls should do. So I asked you guys on my Instagram to ask me some questions that I could ask Steven, and you guys have sent me some.
Starting today, we're bringing back Notification Squad, and instead of the end of the video, it's going to be at the beginning of the video. So if you guys want to be a part of it, just hit the subscribe button, hit that bell. Once you guys get to our video, we'll choose one of y'all, and then we'll put you guys up on the screen.
Like these people right here. So thank you guys so much for having our notifications on and being our first comment on our last video. I think that's all we got to say. So you ready to get into the advice?
Let's get it. I want to point out, I haven't seen any of these yet. I think Madeline has. Have you been looking at some?
Yeah, because I have to pick them out, obviously.
Very true.
Our first advice is best tampons.
You see, I really like the Playtex.
You're not even going to say the ones I use?
I don't know what they're called. I'm going to go grab my tampons.
Go grab
really
my
fast.
bring that whole thing in here, the wheel cart, and I can show some stuff.
I will grab the best tampons ever right now. Kotex is what they're called.
Kotex, yeah. Playtex is actually a brand.
Yeah, but that's like pads, right?
No, it's tampons.
These are really good, but it's like the super kind.
Those are actually regular.
These are regular.
What's the difference between super and regular?
The super is longer, and it also...
No, it's not longer.
See, the Kotex super is super absorbent, while the regular is just regular absorbent. It's like an absorbency.
Yeah. So if you have a heavier flow, you want to use a super.
And what's good about these, I'm not gonna open one up.
I was about to say I'll open one.
I'll open one up. By now, you guys have already seen the video of me being on my period for a day. We actually just posted it. This is the best kind right here. You see like this little grippy part? That's so whenever I'm putting it in, it's super grippy, and so I don't slip whenever I have blood all over my fingers. Tomato sauce, as I might add.
Steven, stop.
I will not use it this video, but I did use one in last week's video.
Personally, really like these. I've just always used them. I honestly have not used any other brand, but I like these because they're already pre-clicked and they have the little grip thing. So
nice.
Next one is, what's advice on learning how to use a tampon? Also Illy.
Okay, well,
we love you too.
We love you too, but okay.
So what is your advice on how to use it?
What I would do, I would definitely watch a video, and what I would do, I know you can't see it right now, but I would spread my legs like this. They're kind of like this, and then I would stick it in, and then pull it back.
I think they want on advice, not how
learning?
to do it. They just want to know like
learning.
Yeah.
So my demonstration was not needed?
Not needed. Advice on watching a YouTube video is actually a really good one. I would suggest that as well. That's what I did. Do it at a time where you're not nervous, because if you're nervous, it's gonna be painful to put it up there. It's gonna be scary at first, but I promise you, if you put it in correctly, you can't even feel it. I would definitely watch a YouTube video on how to do it, and there's plenty on the internet. What is a good way to sneak a pad or tampon into the bathroom if you are at school?
Well, this is what I would do. Keep it in my backpack. I always keep several in there just in case, because you never know when a girlfriend is going to need one or anything. So what I would do before I go to the bathroom, I'm not going to bring my backpack. So I'm going to kind of go in there with my hand, conceal it, and put it in my hoodie pocket, just like that. And then I would ask to go to the bathroom.
I would say that's really good advice. I actually would wear a hoodie all week. Whenever I was on my period, I would most likely always have a hoodie on me anyway. But I would do that exact same thing. Like I would get really close to my backpack and just kind of slip it in there. Or if I was wearing a long sleeve, I would just slip it right here and hold it like this and be like, can I go to the restroom?
What should you do if you get your period at a guy's house and you're not prepared for it? Ask his mom for tampons or pads?
That's embarrassing. I don't even think I would do that.
Get a wine cork?
Ew, Steven.
Leave.
Leave.
I'm running out of options. I don't know.
So what I would do is just get a bunch of toilet paper and make like your own like mini pad and just stick it there.
I forgot.
Until you have time to leave and go get something, or text your mom like, hey, can you come pick me up? I'm assuming if you can't drive or you didn't drive yourself, just be like, hey mom, can you come pick me up? I'm ready to leave. Or that might be embarrassing to tell the guy like, hey, I have to leave, but you could always just blame it on your mom. Say, hey, my mom wants to come pick me up. I don't know. That's probably what I would do. How do you ask to go to the toilet with a male teacher? To the toilet.
Well, they're probably from England.
Yeah, they're probably from a different country.
UK. I'm from the UK, love. I would just be like, hey, can I go to the bathroom? That's what I would say.
Yeah.
May I use the toilet?
Yeah, but some teachers are like, no, you can't. But if it's an emergency, it's an emergency. But if it's a male teacher and they're in that setting with girls that age that are having their period, I would assume, yeah, I would assume they understand. And I don't think you really need to say, I'm on my period, can I go? I would just be like, it's an emergency.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would give you grief for that. And if they do, they should not be in a position of being a teacher of young girls.
Your opinions on Diva cups.
Steven actually knows what a Diva cup is.
I don't like the thought of it. The thought of it is really disgusting to me. You have a cup up there and it's just collecting blood. And so I'm guessing it's big enough to like expand the inside and so like none leaks out. If I were a girl, I don't think I would ever use one. You know? So
essentially what a Diva cup is if you don't know, it's a silicone cup and you kind of like fold it a certain way. You put it up there and it expands. I'm so sorry if y'all can hear that.
Michael's in there now.
Anyway, so it expands and creates a suction so that blood can't go past, but it fills up in this cup. And you can actually keep it in for 12 hours at a time. So you don't have to change out your tampon. You could put it in before you go to school and not even have to take it out until you get home later at night. You know what I mean? I think they're good because if you don't want to have to spend money, but I've personally never used one before. I think they're a neat idea. I just don't know if they're for me.
How can you talk to a parent about it without making it awkward? Not a problem for me, but I know people. If you were to talk to your parents, or it says talk to a parent, so I don't know which parent you're referring to, but I mean, I think they would understand. I don't know how I would talk to my parents about it if I ever had a period. I'm not a good advice giver right now for this question. Yes.
Okay. Well, that's the point. Like, this video is supposed to be funny to see like what you would say about it. If you guys are wanting real advice here, I don't think you're really gonna get it. I'm just kidding. What I would do, actually, I was too embarrassed to tell my mom I started my period, so I legit texted her, and I don't think I didn't start talking to her about my period till I was like 18, like for real. And if I needed something, I'd just text her like, hey, can you buy me tampons? And then obviously when I turned 16 and I could drive, I went and got them myself. I mean, obviously I knew that all girls got it, but I didn't realize like how easy it is to talk about it. And the more you talk about it, the easier it becomes. It is a natural thing. If you have a mom in your household, she went through the exact same thing when she was your age. She knows it must be an awkward topic, and I don't think she'll make it that awkward. And if you don't want to talk about it, just kind of be like, hey, I started my period. I don't really want to talk about it right now, or something like that. I don't think you necessarily have to go into a deep conversation. And if you're wanting to ask questions about periods, this is a good place, YouTube, to look videos up, because that's exactly what I did whenever I wanted to learn about it and how to conceal stuff and what's the best brand to use and everything. We're so lucky this day and age that we can look this stuff up in our private time, and it's like you have an older sister on the internet.
How do you use the heating pad? I'm scared to use it. Like that heating pad over there?
I think so.
Or this heating pad?
That's what I was gonna grab out.
So for this heating pad right here, you tear open the pouch when you're ready to use it. You peel away the paper to reveal adhesive side. Place on pain area with adhesive side against underwear and not against the skin. Attach firmly. It may take up to 30 minutes to reach therapeutic temperature. Wear for up to 8 hours. Do not wear for more than 8 hours in any 24-hour period. Place wrap flat against your underwear. Do not fold or bunch as your risk of burn is increased.
I love these, especially if I have to go out in public, say in school or whatever. These are amazing because they just stick to the inside of your underwear, and there's instructions on the back.
So for this heating pad right here, Madeline got this at CVS. You plug it in and then you click the heat. Usually one button equals one click equals one light equals one heat. So this is the lowest heat, medium, high, and then extremely hot.
Extremely
Not
hot.
not extremely hot.
It's really not.
You want this fluffy side on you, right? You want it on you.
Yeah, like you put it on your body.
Yeah, so Madeline, usually what she does is she puts it like in her shorts or whatever, and then it doesn't hurt. It's just warm. I think it feels good if you're in pain or something.
I wouldn't be scared of them, but I definitely would not sleep with it just in case if you're afraid of like fires or whatever. I don't know what you would really be afraid of. It's not gonna burn you. Unless you're not using it properly, and there's a bunch of instructions and stuff on the back, and I would just read about it, but I would also not be afraid. Just be cautious of how you're using it and make sure you're using it in the correct way, and you should be fine.
How often do you change your tampon and or pad? So pad, I usually like wait up to 8 hours before I change mine, and a tampon I wait around 3, just depending on the flow. Is that right? Is that right?
Good enough. So it kind of depends on your flow and if it's full or not. Some people have to change their tampon out every hour, every 2 hours. Sometimes you can leave it in for 5, but there are recommendations on the backs of the boxes that said don't wear it for up to 8 hours or whatever. Pads I would change more often because you're kind of like sitting in that blood and
Nice.
It's gonna get gross. So I would change it more than 8 hours at a time.
More than 8 hours at a time.
Like I would change it before the 8 hour mark. So probably like 4 hours I would change it.
So let's say that you take out your tampon and like you still see that it can absorb some more. Just put it back in and then allow it to fulfill the entire thing. And then use another one so you're not wasteful.
Do not listen to that. Obviously he's joking.
How to get your boyfriend to understand periods are normal and not weird. Love y'all. XX. Kiss kiss back. Well, for me, I'm a pretty laid back guy. I don't really ever get awkward. I don't really put myself in awkward situations, but I guess talk to your boyfriend about it. Once you talk about it more, it gets less awkward for him, I guess. Just be like, yo, all girls have periods. Your mom had periods once.
Your grandma.
Your mom bled out of her
My advice would be, I would just explain to him like, hey, periods happen to all girls. It's natural and normal, but you also can't force him to not be awkward. If it makes him uncomfortable, it makes him uncomfortable. I mean, I know some guys that have wives and they're still uncomfortable, you know, daughters and they're still uncomfortable. We're gonna answer one more question.
Okay. What do you do when you start in the middle of the night? Is there any way to prepare for it? I'm not a girl. I don't know how periods work, how they feel, but I know for a fact Madeline can feel whenever she's about to start. I know she can feel it. So what I would do, sleep on a towel a couple days before.
That's good.
Sleep on a towel. Put cotton up in there.
Stop.
No, I'm just kidding. Don't.
Y'all, for real, do not listen to anything he's saying.
Except for
Listen
whenever
to
Madeline
me.
agrees with me.
Yeah.
Make like a period blanket that you only sleep on whenever you know you're about to have your period.
So I use these right here and I wear them probably like 2 days before my period, because once you get that regular cycle, you'll know about when you start, like he said, and I can like feel it in my like abdomen area. I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to start my period. And
Also, I want to add, I don't know if this is for all girls, and I don't know if girls, never mind. She says that she feels her breastises get filled up. So I don't know with what.
It kind of depends on your symptoms, but once you pinpoint them, you'll be like, oh, my boobs feel a little bit bigger. I'm about to start my period. Or like I said, you can like feel the like popping down there and stuff. You'll figure out your symptoms, so you'll know like, oh, I'm about to start here in a couple days. And if you have a regular cycle, you'll be like, oh, I'm gonna start the second week of each month or whatever. The towel idea is really nice, especially if you don't want to ruin sheets. And God forbid you do bleed through in your underwear and clothes. Blood is actually not that hard to get out. It may seem like it is, but if you rinse it under cold water, not hot water, cold water, and kind of like rub it with some soap or whatever, it comes out pretty easily if you catch it early on. If it's obviously sitting there for 3 months, then
Why can't period blood just be like disappearing ink?
yeah, for
Like
real.
where you can just rub it out.
They played too much.
Hi.
So now he's sleepy.
Hi, boy.
Mia's over there. I like the towel idea. I definitely do use that throughout my period. If you guys watch Steven having his period for the day, I make him do that.
I will say that is one of the funniest videos that we've ever filmed.
Really?
I think that's hilarious.
No.
I think I'm a pretty funny guy. Call me Mas because I'm a fun guy.
I don't know what that's from, but Okay, let's go.
Fungi.
Oh, moss. Oh, okay. Stop. So we're gonna end the video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think we're the first to do it. I'm not very sure. If not, let us know who you've seen do this video so we can give credit down in the description below. And I hope it was funny. I hope you guys kind of learned something. Every period is different. Everybody's cycle is different. It's just, there's a bunch of information on the internet and YouTube videos and stuff like that. So if you guys want to learn more, I would definitely just binge watch and stuff. Steven, you did pretty well, actually.
Thank you. I wore red to compensate for all the blood that you guys are losing.
We hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do not forget to give it a like. Make sure to subscribe down below. And if you guys are new here, please do not forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified every single time that we post a new video. And with all of that being said, we hope you guys are having a great...
I was about to sneeze.
And with that all being said, we hope you guys are having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. And we hope to see you guys in our next video. Bye, guys.